Wow, I haven't posted in like over a month on here. I think it's been like 5 weeks, which I was not expecting, but it did go very fast. And of course, I've been very busy. Okay, I had a few goals this summer. Like one of them was hopefully reaching 30,000 followers on TikTok, which was probably a bit ambitious at the time, but we almost hit that. Like we're at 28.5 thousand now. I had an amazing summer on TikTok. Like I learned so much and made a lot of progress on this series. But on top of that, I wanted to hit $10,000 saved because I also spent a lot of money this summer, which I'll talk about in a second, where a lot of that money went. But yeah, in the past month, we far exceeded $10,000. I think we hit like 12, 13,000 at some point. And then we spent a bunch of it on a full new setup, basically. Like I pretty much reinvested it, new PC, new basically everything, because I'm going to be moving back into college soon. So if I want to keep building this, I don't know, this career, I guess, then I need to reinvest into actually like good stuff to make better content. So I think I tanked down to like $9,000 because of that. And also I spent money on a bunch of other stuff. Like I went on a trip, stuff like that, whatever, how it goes, especially in the summer. But long story short, this is my last day at home for the summer. I'm going back to college basically tomorrow. And I think I'll maybe do a video about like my whole setup there, just like kind of a setup tour, I guess. And I think that move-in video that I'm planning on making, like I think those are pretty common to make on YouTube. At least they were in the past. When somebody gets a full new setup, a lot of times they'll give a tour. That's going to kind of spark like a new age, I guess, of content for this channel, which in the past it's always been the last 55 videos. This is the 56th video of, my road to $100,000 series. And the problem with that is it's just very hard to make entertaining videos, and it's hard to like be passionate about these videos because they're just like me giving updates on my life. It's not like me trying to entertain anyone. I don't have really segments planned for this. So I think moving forward, I'm not gonna like abandon this series, but I'm just going to post maybe kind of like I did this last month, like kind of whenever I feel like it, whenever I think it makes sense to give updates, but not frequently at all. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be posting on YouTube. It just means I'm gonna be able to focus more on like actual entertaining content. My plan for that is basically planning out segments on going live. So planning out segments on live streams. I'm gonna be like multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Hopefully TikTok too. It hasn't really been letting me do that. I actually did a test live stream like a few days ago, and I think I accidentally made it public or something. I thought it was unlisted, but somehow people were getting in. Like, so if some of you guys might have seen it. I don't know how that happened, but some people got in, and it was cool to kind of get that first experience with a chat. I've never really experienced that before, so that was cool. But I'll be doing more of that, and then I'll basically just be editing those VODs and then posting those on YouTube. So I have like planned segments for the VODs, making those into YouTube videos, and also like clipping those and putting that on TikTok and like a clipping page on there. So I got like a whole plan for content for the future, but I'm gonna be kind of stepping away from, I guess, this type of like road to $100,000 series. There's no point in like posting it frequently. It's just not like a good content format, I guess. But if you do want to like ask me any questions about how stuff is going, or you want to hear updates, you probably just pop into one of my live streams when I'll be doing that. And I already have a few planned out. I can't give you the exact date, but this next week I'm gonna have a lot of free time. I'm just moving into college, and I'll be in my apartment with my setup, being able to make content. So when I'm live, try and please check that out, stay subscribed, all of that. My Twitch is just Juicy Concoction. If you want to check out my Twitch, and there I'll also be live too if you'd rather watch there, whatever. And you can ask me any questions you want in those chats if you want more updates on this, but I don't know when I'm going to post content for this series. But other than that, some people are asking like, to afford like this whole new setup, did I sell some of my investments? No. Of course, I would never sell my investments. I'm still investing one share of VOO per month, like 700. I think it's up to like $710 now or something, which leaves me around like 8,500 or $600,000 investments, maybe less. I think it's less than that. But I'll just throw up the total here. Okay, I don't know. I think it's like 9,000. We got some in my bank, some in the investments, and I'm looking into, some of you guys might remember from like a few months ago, I had a Liquid IV partnership. They reached out to me again for another partnership, but I sent them an offer and they've taken like a couple days to respond. So I'm seeing if I can work through that, but that would be a very good paycheck if I do get another Liquid IV collaboration going. Besides that, yeah, to talk a little bit more about the TikTok, like I used to post during the year, during the last school year, like I didn't get as many views. And I used to post content that was related to college and engineering stuff because that's what I was doing in my day-to-day life. But then over the summer, I don't know, somehow transitioning more into like this brain rot, like trending TikTok kind of format. And it works so well. Like I just started getting so many views. And so that's just what I started doing. And I've grown a lot like that. So we'll see if kind of phase and transition into some other style, but that's kind of what we're looking at right now, at least for the foreseeable future, is that type of content on TikTok, just because it's been working out so well. And I feel like I'm pretty good at it most of the time. There's some days where my ideas are not the greatest, but it is definitely very nice to like see that growth though. So I do want to continue that. But as for some of the other kind of miscellaneous tasks that I was talking about in some previous episodes that maybe some people might remember, one of them are like calisthenics. That's kind of like a big goal of mine, is to just get better at calisthenics. I'll show you what I've done in a second. I think in my last video, I just showed a handstand, I think. Like in my last video, I think I was just getting my handstand like very good. I think that's kind of where I was at. Now at this point, I've like dang near mastered the handstand. I feel like not the best form, but I can hold it for a very long time. And on top of that, an engineering project I was working on, this thing, it's right here. So I've only built it on a breadboard. I'm an electrical engineer, if you guys aren't aware, or I'm going to my second year studying electrical engineering. It's on a breadboard, so for those of you guys that know, this is usually a breadboard is like a prototype type of thing. So I'm planning to work on designing my own PCB is what it's called, basically my own board to make this a lot more compact and able to actually put it on you, because it's going to be something that you wear when you're running or sprinting, because I do sprints for health, and it's going to be able to track like a bunch of different stats, like your movement type stuff. And then I'm going to kind of use all those stats, put it into a formula that I make to track like your running efficiency, and then seeing if I can use this to improve that over time. And this is like gonna be fun. I had to learn like how to solder really well to do this, and learn a bunch of different things to make this prototype, which works perfectly well right now. You just hit this button in the middle to start a run, and then using the breadboard, it still has to be plugged in like this. Yeah, it works well like this, but I just need to remake it. The coolest thing I think was I've never really soldered anything before, so doing this, I had to solder like, I don't know, all the pins on this part here. So seeing it actually work was extremely satisfying. But the point is, I've still been grinding, even though I haven't been posting a YouTube video about everything. And on top of that, like I don't know, like I said, I'm probably not gonna be making a lot of videos on this series, like just maybe when I feel like it. Like it just feels weird posting my exact like bank account balance just like on YouTube. But I guess not that many people see it, so it doesn't really matter. And it's kind of changing, but it still feels kind of weird. So I don't know. That's why another reason why I'm not gonna be like posting these videos constantly. But I think the last thing I'll show you guys is my Elsa to handstand that I got not too long ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I've been just kind of mastered that for a while now. I've been doing one, like I've been making sure I do it like every day, making sure that I don't lose the skill and I can keep doing it better and better. So let me just show you that really quick, because that is probably the highlight of my last month, the culmination of my last month of calisthenics practice, I'd say. I think that's about all I got. I'm pretty happy with that. I never thought I'd be able to do like an Elsa to handstand, but it actually wasn't that hard after I just like practiced it for a while. But yeah, as for the future, as I said, tune into live streams. But if you don't, like I'll be posting the edited versions on this channel. That's kind of what we got planned. I'm excited to move into college tomorrow. Should probably show you guys my new setup. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That was episode 56, Road to $100,000. Crazy progress this summer. It was great. I think lived up to all the hype that I had for it coming in. And yeah, I guess thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video. Very exciting. Peace out.